Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. So let me start the slideshow. I assume I'm audible and the slide is visible. The topic for today is psychology of burnout. Before I proceed further, I would like to know how many of you know what burnout is. So if you know, put Y. If you don't know, put N. Don't feel embarrassed or ashamed. Don't feel embarrassed or ashamed, please. Okay. Anvinda Balan, Ravi GV, no, that's fine. Because if everybody knows this topic, there's no point in my coming and talking about that one. So some people know, some people they don't know. And some people who know also, when I talk to even my doctor friends, they didn't know more about this burnout. Motivation for giving this talk. Whenever I choose a topic, some people ask me, hey, what made you choose this topic? Why are you going to talk about this topic? So the motivation for giving this talk is my own personal life experience. I was able to protect myself from burnout. Otherwise, I would have succumbed. I would have become a big victim of burnout. So I'll be sharing some of those stories also, personal stories. Professional life experience. Being a medical doctor in the profession, I had the opportunity to take care of many patients. And many of them were not even aware of the fact they were suffering from burnout. And I was able to help them out. So that is from my professional experience. Then social life experience. And already, most of you know that I'm an extrovert. I'm a 100% extrovert. I talk to many people. That is my. I'm not a person who enjoys loneliness. So interacting with many people for so many years, I was able to learn a lot about this, the symptoms of burnout. Purpose of this talk is to understand the symptoms of burnout. First, you must know the symptoms of burnout. Then learn the tactics to cope with burnout. Lastly, learn how to prevent burnout. Just like many of the infections, first you know the cause and what are the symptoms and what do you give medicine to treat. Then how to prevent. That is where the vaccination comes to prevent. So the same way, from this talk, you will be able to learn certain tricks and tips. They'll be like vaccines to protect you from getting burnout. Definition of burnout. Burnout is a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion brought on by prolonged or repeated stress. The keywords: prolonged or repeated stress. Often it is caused by problems at work. Can also appear in other areas of life such as parenting, caregiving, and other relationships. For example, just to make you understand, one straightforward example. I'm sure some of you already maybe experienced that also. One of my relations, she is around, say, 78 years old. Her husband is around 82 years old. And he has some dementia and other health problems, and he's totally dependent on somebody. That somebody is his wife. And she finds it difficult to cope with that person 24 hours a day. That care we giving is very, very demanding. Not everybody can afford to have so many people to hire somebody to take care of somebody else. Is this understood? So that is giving her burnout. If this is understood, put why. Don't think that burnout is very uncommon. I want to know whether I'm making myself clear and you understand that is a burnout is something in different the aspects of life we do experience. This talk is based on FIQ, not FAQ, FIQ. Facts, information, and quotations. From Harvard Business Review, this is a report from Harvard Business Review. In 2022, you can read more than 50 million Americans left their jobs, and most of them, according to another one, job burnout. 50 million means more than 5 crores. And in India, unfortunately, we don't have any such data available. But there are millions of people who are suffering from this one. Some people leave their jobs. Some people, they feel trapped. They feel boxed in. Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, just put in the chat box why. Please. Because I want to make it as interactive as possible. Yes, Anvinda G, Ravi G, yes. Trapped. People are trapped and they don't know how to get out of that one. Shashi Ji, yes. And another one from, again, Harvard Business Review. How small stresses snowball. Chota chota. Little little. These stresses, they add on, and the cumulative effect. It snowballs into a big stress overall. Burnout does not happen immediately. It is like boiling syndrome. If you don't know what boiling syndrome is, put N, please. Because when I share certain things, I want to know whether I'm sharing out things that already is known. If it is not known, then it is worth sharing. Boiling frog syndrome. Anybody who is not aware of this one syndrome, if you are not aware of that one, put N, please. No. Yes. Shamili Mitra. No. Okay. Now, Rajkumar. No. Okay. This is what it is. If you take a saucepan and put water, room temperature is around 25 degrees centigrade. Then you put a frog. Okay. Comfortable. The frog will stay in that one. Now gradually heat that saucepan. Increase the temperature to 25 to 26. It still be comfortable. 27. Okay. And it gradually adapts to that one. Just like the environment here also, right now, the weather is cold, winter. And from 75, it came down to 65, yeah, we managed. Then no. I cannot go out without wearing the winter apparel. But the frog there stays there. Temperature gradually increases. 27, 30, it stays there. Then after, when it reaches some 34 or 35, the frog is completely exhausted, tired, and it dies. So gradually when something happens, we don't even realize and we succumb to that stress. So the next picture will show you that one, what exactly. boiling frog syndrome. Let us jump while we still have the strength. Most of us are like that frog. Not all, significant number of people. Work-life imbalance can cause burnout. Learn how to manage your work-life balance. Listen to me carefully. We all know about two political leaders, Narendra Modi, Rahul Gandhi. I have to give a real-life example. I'm not a politician, but I have to give real-life example to help you understand and convince you. Narendra Modi, again every year, he travels a lot inside the country and outside the country. He goes abroad almost every day. He is engaged in some kind of an activity, either inauguration of some or foundation stone laying foundation, or a Vande Bharat Express, or election campaign, giving speeches, going to different states. What about Rahul Gandhi? He also goes to different states to give speeches in election campaign. He also travels inside the country, Bharat Jodo Yatra from Kashmir to the Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Now he's going to start another from Manipur to Maharashtra. And he also goes abroad to Cambridge University and other places. So both of them busy, but they don't suffer from that burnout. They still have that energy, physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength, enthusiasm, hope, active. Do you agree with this point? If you agree, put why. Because I have shared something which is my own. Yes, my thinking is my hobby. As Deviji, thinking is my hobby, and I always think about many things. And in that one, I used to think, how are these people, able to maintain? Somebody has unmuted somebody. So, how are these people able to? Then, at the eureka moment, I discovered the secret. Again, Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi, they do certain same things to maintain that work-life balance. Are you curious to know how? If you are curious, then put why. I'm going to entertain you. If you are curious to know how Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi, they maintain work-life balance, yes, Tanmay Rajeshwari as a gift. And they do the same thing. Interestingly, they do the same thing. Burnout is real, but it can be overcome. The condition is not medically diagnosed. The effect of burnout can hurt your home, work, and social life. When I show some slides, I'm going to show some slides. You will know the symptoms of burnout. And tell me, you must have seen some doctors for some health problem. When you see a doctor, how much time does that doctor spend with you? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes? The chat box put a number. The chat box put a number. Because we are talking about India. In America, I know how much time they spend. It is different. Okay, Ravi ji says 10 minutes, and Shashi Kumar ji 5 minutes. Anybody else? Okay, less than 5 minutes. Kumar ji, 5. Most of you say 5. That is what I learned from, including my own friends who are medical doctors who are practicing in Kerala. When I asked them, how much time do you spend? How many patients do you see in an hour? And they said, we see usually 10 patients in an hour. 10 patients means roughly 6 minutes. So that being so, getting a detailed history, trying to find out why you are having this symptom is not possible. So that is where this talk is very important and relevant for each one of you. The doctors won't suspect burnout. The doctors won't suspect burnout. They will treat the symptoms only. The burnout is still there. It is not going to go away. It is serious. There are hundreds of books on burnout. So that itself shows that this is a serious problem. I have shown you a few titles. Now, physician burnout. Physician burnout, there are again some 15 or 20 titles. My dear friends, you won't realize. We doctors, Dr. Shaji Prabhan is also here. Dr. Rashmar is here. Dr. Gobamar is here. Doctors, we experience a tremendous amount of stress of all the professions. Lawyers, they don't. Judges, they don't. They can take their own sweet little time. 1 day, 10 days, take a decision. We have to take a decision on the spot. We have to treat that condition. Our life is not something rosy life. We experience a lot of stress. Patient burnout is real. In America, surveys showed more than 40% of the doctors, they suffer from burnout. And in many doctors, again, they retire before the age of 60 because of this burnout. And IMA in India, their report, so Indian Medical Association, so I told you my talks will be based on facts, information, and quotes. It's a fact based on this information. IMA says the Indian doctors' average lifespan is 55 to 59 years, almost 10 years lesser than that of the general population. So if you want to die early, choose to become a doctor. The doctors don't live long enough. So that is a study and report. Because unfortunately, I gave a talk on psychology of stupidity. A significant doctor, I don't say all, a significant doctors are stupid. They don't know how to balance work life. They don't manage or maintain a work-life balance. Net result, significant number of them die from heart attacks and other health problems. And some of them, they are not able to cope with that burnout. They resort to drinking. Alcoholism. It is very common among doctors. In my own circle, 3 friends, doctor friends, every day, unless they drink 2 shots or 2 picks, they won't be able to get a sleep. Every day is an ugly fact. Because they don't know how to deal with the burnout. Impact on physical health. Fatigue. What happens? Let us look at that one. Plenty of people, when they go to a doctor, I'm feeling tired all the time. I don't have the energy. I am tired. Doctor, what is wrong with me? Yeah, doctor examines. Blood pressure is normal. Heart rate is normal. Looks at the eye, everything is fine. Then the doctor will order a bunch of investigations to find out whether there is an anemia, so hemoglobin is normal, or kidney function, or about the diabetes, or everything is normal. Then what will the doctor do? Doctor will say, nothing to worry, everything is all right. Don't worry. Just don't worry. Just relax. Headache. The doctor will all the tests, including CT scan, everything is normal. Oh, don't worry. There's no brain tumor, nothing. You take some pain medication. So the doctors, they don't have that 5 minutes or 10 minutes to find out what is the root cause behind your symptom. This is where nobody can help you. You alone can help yourself. So this talk again, I request you to watch this video recording subsequently uploaded at least 2 or 3 times to get a clear understanding. I told you headache, muscle tension, changes in appetite. Yeah, I don't have an appetite. Oh, doctor, these days I am not feeling hungry and I don't like the taste and all those things. Then what will the doctor do? He'll send you a gastroenterologist and you'll pass a tube through your mouth to the endoscopy and you say everything is fine. Root cause? They don't have the time and they don't even know. Many doctors, they don't know actually. To diagnose burnout. Sleep disturbance, very common. Then impact on mental health. Irritability, they become easily irritable. Work or anywhere, they snap at others. Anxiety, depression. And I shared this fact with in the previous talk. Around 400 doctors, they commit suicide in USA every year. And in India also, many young doctors, now All India Institute of Medical Science and everything, Raja is asking, is burnout part of medicine practice? We'll come to that one during the discussion. So, that is it. Suicide rate is also high. Feeling helpless or hopeless, loss of motivation, cynicism. Impact of behavioral health on the behavior. What changes do you see? Procrastination. Postponement. Yeah, we'll do it. This evening, I will do it this evening. Then evening comes tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes on the weekend. I'm busy. On the weekend, we'll do that one. Kal. They keep on postponing. Deadlines they miss. IT guys, when they are not submitting the report on time, procrastination, they get fired. They lose their job. I'm talking about real things. It is not imaginary. Absenteeism. Yeah. Burnout. Because of the burnout, they don't feel like going for work. Then they frequently call in sick. I'm not feeling well. I'm having backache. I'm this one. I'm sorry. Absenteeism. Short-term burners. Social withdrawal. Some people, they cut off all these social activities. They stop going to weddings or this ceremony, that ceremony, everything. They isolate themselves. You try to call them WhatsApp, they don't respond. I have at least some half a dozen people in my circle. They are not reachable. When I call them, no. WhatsApp message, no response. Then I ask our common friends, now these days he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Cut off. Social withdrawal. Substance abuse. Oh, that is what? Alcoholism, as well as using other substances. Invest in your work-life balance. Time with friends and family is as important as time at work. Getting that out of balance is a path toward unhappiness. That is burnout. He's an American entrepreneur, Stephen Gillett. Earlier I mentioned about Modi and Rahul Gandhi. Here comes. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Be objective. This is going to entertain you if you have sense of humor. If you don't have sense of humor, you won't like it. Okay? So I assume most of you have some sense of humor. Okay? What Modi does, the same thing Rahul Gandhi does. So both of them are enjoying work-life balance. They don't resort to booze or anything, and they don't suffer from depression. Nothing. They are very physically active. Roy Sabuji is already ready to laugh. He knows there is more humor is coming. These are all facts. I told you facts. Just I think that 10 days back we was in Maldives, jumped into the sea, snorkeling. Prime Minister, lot of busy activities. He was able to find time or make time to participate in that recreational activity. What about Rahul Gandhi? Yeah, he came to Kollam. Look at that one, how happy he is and how happy the other two people are also. Okay, they are having good time. Congress Party President, he finds time to swim in the sea. Here comes exercise, physical fitness. Narendra Modi is doing yoga. I think that is Bhujangasana. What about Rahul Gandhi? He is doing push-ups. He is doing push-ups to keep himself fit. And Narendra Modi is going to the temple to pray, prayer, belief in God, higher power. And that one gives them a lot of hope. Standing in front of that one. Okay, help me win this election next time. Okay, I should come to power. Everything praying to the God. Eh? What about Rahul Gandhi? Hum kisi se kam nahi. He also goes to the temple along with his sister. Again, praying. Okay, so can you see the similarities? If you see the similarities, put in the chat box. Why? Because I told you, both of them are doing same things, work-life balance, and they are not neglecting. They are not saying that I am too busy, I don't have time to go to temple. I'm too busy, I don't have time to do exercise. I'm too busy. Okay, Srikumar Nayarji, all these people, and so then it's not over. Now comes meditation. Here comes Rahul Gandhi also is doing meditation. Okay. Narendra Modi, he wears different kinds of turban. Okay. Rahul Gandhi also. Now are you convinced? Are you convinced that both of them, they know how to do work-life balance? They make time. Everyone has got only 24 hours. Whether you are a prime minister or a street beggar. Whereas I have seen many of my doctor friends, no time for recreation, no time for watching a movie, no time for any of those things. Busy. What? Making money. Busy. Chasing after money. And they kick the bucket before the age of 60. Then the wife will put a plastic garland and a 0-watt bulb on the photo. That is what happens. Okay? Money is not everything. Make time to enjoy life. Learn from them. If you want to fix burnout, you first have to understand its 6 main causes. 6 main causes behind burnout. Helicopter bosses. Do you know what this one means? If you don't know, put in the chat box N. I'll explain what the helicopter boss is like. Chat box, please. I don't know. That is why somebody people have paralysis of the hand. Do you know? Don't you know how to press a key in the your phone or wherever it is? Yes. No. Okay. Raghukumar Rashma says yes. So there are people who don't know what helicopter that boss is. Explain it. You know the helicopter hovers above you. Just above you. These people, they also very closely monitor you. They supervise you very closely. What you do, what you don't do, what you have to do. They constantly are on neck. They are neck pain. Is a pain in the neck. You must have heard that expression. There are bosses, micromanage, and they closely monitor you. That will make a person feel burned out all the time. Have you done that with this one? No, don't do. Then what happens? You become a slave. They will treat you like a slave. There's a saying in America, slavery is abolished. Slavery is abolished by law. But the modern day slaves are the employees. The employees are the modern day slaves. Lack of autonomy and recognition. Yeah, you don't have the freedom to think. You don't have the freedom to do how you want to do it. They want you to do it in a particular way. This is the way, not this way. Do it this way. You don't have any autonomy. And they don't give you the recognition also. They don't, pat you on the back for doing something good, right? That is again long-term burnout. Lack of resources. Not having enough resources to do your work. For example, this is my own professional experience, personal experience. When I was working in the hospital, there are 14 doctors in that team, clinic, and 28 nurses. And three doctor positions, they fell vacant because a couple of them, they resigned because of burnout. They quit that place and they went somewhere else to work. One person retired. And 6 nurses also, because of burnout, they quit that place and they went somewhere else. Then what happened? What did the management do? Did they hire somebody to replace that one? No, they wanted to save money. The patient workload is same. Then who will take care of that workload? The remaining doctors, the remaining nurses. We had to carry that excess workload every day. That one screwed the work-life balance for many people. I managed. I know how to manage. But I have seen many people leaving the work time stages from 8 to 4:30. I have seen some of the people staying there till 6:30 or 7. Identical workload. They didn't know how to manage. Even that the excess workload. I am very good at delegating. I delegate work to my nurses and all those things. And one of my friends, even for informing the patients about the lab results, he wouldn't even make a phone call. He would write all this on type and write everything and put it in an envelope and he sticks the everything and he posts that one. How much time is gone, wasted. Whereas I used to delegate. I tell my nurses, okay, call that person, tell him that is everything, lab results are all normal. Or tell him that his cholesterol is high, so I have increased the dose. Delegate. Done. So lack of delegation. Deficiency of 7 life skills. I'm going to show you those 7 life skills. Deficiency of knowledge. If you are not updated about many things, that is one thing these days happening. Because everything is changing. IT sector. Update your knowledge. Upgrade your skills. Otherwise you will suffer burnout. You will become obsolete. Hostile work environment. 7 life skills. Verbal communication skills. If you know how to communicate, communication skills. Most of the time, the problems in life are because of communication failure. It is more serious than a heart failure, kidney failure, liver failure. Communication failure. It consumes a lot of time, energy, and misunderstanding. Misinterpretation. Do you agree? If you agree, put Y, please. If you agree, please put Y. Communication failure, is it something real? Yes. Rajkumar, yes. Dr. Ravindranath, yes. Because that is something very few people are aware of this fact. The non-verbal communication skills, that is the body language. We don't get any formal training in how to use the body language. Right now, look at when I present, I use many gestures. And you must have seen many other speakers, they are sitting so rigid. And burnout is something, a serious problem. And any doctors also won't know about the burnout. I mean, you see some people walking like a robot, monotonous, no expression, no gestures. So what you say is important, but how you say is very important. Look at that Narendra Modi, his body language. His body language, he's a very powerful orator. Then look at Shashi Tharoor, his body language. So that non-verbal communication skills, nobody teaches you. I learned it from books as well as from the school of life. Interpersonal skills, getting along with people, whole brain thinking skills, how to think and how to solve the problem, time management skills, memorizing skills, stress management skills. Lack of any one of them, they are like the vitamins, A, B, C, D, E, K. Every vitamin is required. So every skill is required. Period. You must have all these 7 life skills. Burnout from work, unmanageable workloads, unfair treatment at work, lack of support from managers, immense deadline pressure. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One is unfair treatment at work and immense deadline pressure. When I was in UK, United Kingdom, I was a senior house officer. I was working in a hospital, duty, evening duty, night duty. I was getting frequently calls from the nurse about saying this patient is there, that problem. And there's a house officer. Always they should contact the house officer. The house officer is not able to manage, then the house officer will call the senior house officer. But I was getting calls again. Then I asked the nurse, what about that Tony? Did you call him? Oh, he's busy. He's taking care of a patient. Okay. I believed her. Then when I was walking towards that ward to see a patient, I saw there's a recreation room where you can play billiards and all those things. This Tony was standing there playing billiards. So I went to Tony and asked him, hey, Tony, she told me that she paged me, that Maria, and she told me that you are busy with seeing a patient. He said, no, nobody paged me. Then I told him, here's a patient, go there. Then I went back to the ward and I confronted the nurse. And he told me that he was busy and I saw him playing billiards and he told me he didn't get any paging. Unfair treatment. That nurse, discrimination because I am not a white guy. Do you get my point? This happens. So more workload for me. Unfair treatment. When I confronted, then she stopped. But many people, they don't confront. Many people, they simply believe. They think, okay, this is their country. I am from India. What will happen if I speak up? No, the nurse will be upset. No, I don't want to. And you will get burned out. I don't let that happen. I am assertive. One example is other immense pressure, deadline. And there was one supervisor, and she came and told me, she does with other people also. The others don't stand up and speak up. On a Friday afternoon, around 3 o'clock, she comes and gives something. Oh, I want you to go through this one and make a report. And I want this report on Monday by noon. Monday noon. I look at that one. It will take easily some 3 to 4 hours to do that work. That means my weekend, Saturday and Sunday, screwed. Royji, do you get my point? On Monday, that one, noon. Then I told her, because Monday also patients are scheduled. Morning 8 to 12, I have to see some 6 or 7 patients. I didn't say no. You know how I approached? I said, yeah, Terry, I think that I will need at least 3 to 4 hours. So you want this one on Monday noon, right? Okay, on Monday morning, please block the schedule and give me protected time for 4 hours to work on this one. Do you think that she'll do that one? Is canceling the patient's schedule? No. They take it for granted. Power abuse. So I put my foot down. Now, if you want me to, block that schedule. Then she's on, no. See, there are already patients. I said, yes. Then I cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot. Then when can you give this one? I said, maybe by Thursday. Because I may find 1 hour every day like that, 3 or 4 days. After that, she stopped coming to me with this kind of deadlines. Okay? This is what everybody should do. I never let somebody exploit me or manipulate me. Practice self-care. Do activities you enjoy. That is where that Modi, Rahul Gandhi, and many other politicians, they don't suffer from stress. They don't suffer from depression. You won't hear any politician committing suicide because of depression. They do many activities they enjoy. Get enough sleep, 6 to 8 hours. Eat healthy foods. I gave a talk just last week, stress-altering foods. If you have not watched that one, please watch that video. That will tell you what are the healthy foods. I eat healthy foods only. Exercise regularly. That's simple. I walk every day, 30 minutes. That's enough. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to do all these Shirshasana, that asana, nothing. 30 minutes of brisk walk. Everybody can do. Set boundaries. Say no to extra work or commitment. That is very important. Be assertive. I have no problem in saying no, but in a diplomatic way. I'm sorry. I cannot do that. Or I'm sorry. That is not my job. That's not my job. I'm sorry. Then people may invite you for, social events, wedding ceremony or to birthday party or housewarming. They invite you. That doesn't mean that you have to say yes and go everywhere. It is your time. And subsequently, you feel exhausted. Tell them, I'm sorry that day I won't be able to come. I will visit on some other day. That house is not going to disappear, right? That house will be there. The married couple also will be there. You can visit them on some other day. Learn to say no. Do you agree with this one, which I am doing? If you agree, yes. Because I'm giving you solutions. There's no point in saying, this is a problem, this is a problem. How to? I'm showing what I do. I preach what I practice. I walk the talk. I walk the talk. That is why I am able to put a lot of energy and enthusiasm whenever I give a talk. Because I know I do what I'm talking about. This one also, please watch the video, the same thing in a graphic way. Burnout, once again, that definition, physical, emotional, or mental exhaustion accompanied by reduced motivation, impaired performance, and negative attitudes towards oneself and others. Upcoming talk. Next week, psychology of lying. After that, psychology of hope. Now, my presentation is over. We have another roughly 11 minutes. I would welcome questions now. Questions be specific and that is relevant and appropriate for this topic. Relevant and appropriate. Then, by 9 o'clock, I'll stop the recording. But we can continue the discussion. And after 9 o'clock, If you want to share your thoughts, your experience, or something else, yes, but not now. Now, only questions. Anybody, Dr. Shaji, my humble request, if you are going to ask a question, be specific, pointed. Then I'll be glad to answer. Otherwise, you can talk to me privately and we can talk for 15 minutes or 1 hour, no problem. But now the time, I cannot afford to. So those who want to ask any question, or before that, I would like to ask my son to share certain things about whether what I preach, whether I practice. Suraj, would you like to join? Please join. And my son is here. Join and share what you know about.
Yeah, so I've seen my dad practice work-life balance for a long time, right from my childhood when he was taking care of me in Iowa for 4 years. He never let work prioritize. He never prioritized his work over me. He always managed to balance it really well. He took time to learn cooking so that we could both eat homemade food. He took time to watch movies over the weekends, especially, or going to meet friends in the neighborhood, or anything that would allow him that work-life balance, and that did not burn him out at all. And even today, I still see him watching movies every day, one movie every day at least. So, and listening to music as well. So he has been a great epitome of work-life balance and not letting yourself get burnt out.
Why don't you tell them about how much time I used to spend with you when you were a kid, and where I used to take you out?
Yeah, he used to take me out to some of our friends' places that we made over the weekend, and also he used to tell me bedtime stories. Yeah, to help me go to sleep when I was a kid, because he didn't have to do that. He could have just put me to bed and then did whatever he wanted to. But he used to tell me bedtime stories, and yeah, that's what he used to do.
Okay, thank you, Suraj. And Rajkumar, okay, please make sure that what you are sharing is something that goes well with this talk. And I know that you are a Siddha practitioner, but don't try to confuse the people by saying something which is totally different from this topic. Okay.
Yes. My question to you will be, what about coexisting medical conditions, complicating burnout?
Yes. That's a very relevant question. Burnout means behind every burnout, there is stress. Stress, one manifestation is burnout. And we know the stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. So if a coexisting health problem, like if a person has got high blood pressure already, because genetics, that one, inherited, and this burnout will make that blood pressure shoot up like anything. That's a problem. Diabetes, burnout, the control will be lost. You will require more insulin, more complications from diabetes. So if you have already a pre-existing health problem, this burnout will make it worse. So I think that is enough. And Dr. Rajkumar, is it clear? Okay,
Yes,
anybody else?
Yes.
Yes. Next person. Dr. Shaji. Okay. Unmute, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. Do you think that common sense is a factor behind this?
Behind what?
Behind the blood curve.
Still, communication problem, I told you, is vague. Common sense is behind what?
No. If you have common sense, can you come
Okay.
out of this problem?
Yes. That's a good question. Many doctors, they don't have the common sense. If they have the common sense, they wouldn't drink alcohol, and when they know alcohol is injurious to health, and Shaji, you know, and I know, some of our own friends, they died before the age of 50 because of liver failure. So where is the common sense? Got it? That's it. I gave a talk on common sense deficiency syndrome. It may be in the YouTube. Watch that one. Common sense deficiency syndrome. According to me, common sense is the sixth sense. We have five senses. Touch, taste, smell, vision, hearing. The sixth sense is common sense. Okay, anybody else?
സർ ഈ അസർട്ടീവ്നെസ് വേണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ,
Right.
അത് പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ അസർട്ടീവ് ആകാൻ കഴിയാതെ ഇരിക്കുന്നത് ഇതിനെ ബാധിക്കുന്നതാണോ സാർ പറഞ്ഞത്?
Definitely, Raviji, listen to me carefully. That's a very, very valid question. In life, people who are passive, they will suffer from a host of health problems. To become assertive, you need courage. Courage you cannot get from any medical store. Go and say, okay, I can give me a courage for 100 milligram courage or 1 kilogram. No. Courage is required. But mere courage, if you don't know how to be assertive, you will become aggressive. You know the difference between aggressiveness, assertiveness, and passivity. Aggressive, you will quarrel with others. You have the courage, you are not afraid, you go and fight and create things worse. Assertiveness is not aggressiveness. And only 5 to 10% people, they know how to be assertive. I belong to that 5 to 10%. And was I assertive long time back? No. During my teenage, during my MBBS days, during my MD days, during my MD days, I started becoming assertive. Before that, I was not assertive. Once I read many books on assertiveness. Reading alone is not enough. Knowledge is not enough. You must apply that knowledge. I apply that knowledge. I am very assertive. My own other friends from India, they would try to discourage me from being assertive. When I speak up, they say, this is their country. No, don't speak up like this one. You have to be careful. They may have some guns. Okay, this country, everybody can have a gun. They will come and shoot you. Okay? Yeah? They are pakka cowards, passive. I will say, no. I am not afraid of death. If I don't speak up, then how will the problem get solved? I told you that example. When she put the deadline on Monday noon, I have seen many other people, they are cursing her and they say, oh, my weekend, I have to now cancel. I'm sorry, I won't be able to go. And that one, because I have to finish this work by Monday. Don't you agree that they make their own life miserable? Their weekend is screwed. They curse. That cursing or hating is not going to help. Feeling angry, suppressing the anger. No. I clearly tell her, hey, look, this takes 3 to 4 hours. On Monday, you want it by noon? Okay, on Monday morning, please block the schedule so that I'll have 3 hours of protected time. I'll do it. So then what? Then what? So you get my point? Because I presented the fact, it will take 3 to 4 hours. On Monday, do this one, I will do it. I didn't say I don't do it. That way, assertiveness. That is something extremely important. Now, I think it's time to stop the recording, but don't go away, friends. We will continue the discussion, and during the discussion, you will be able to learn many things new. Okay? And please share this video recording with as many people as possible. And we have Shamila Mitra, Shamili Mitra, Lashma Reddy, and Malika Pillai, Maria Varghese, Archana Priya from outside Kerala. In the chat box, please say whether you found this session useful. If you found this session useful, these people please in the chat box put why. Miss Mitra, Ashma Reddy, yes. Ashma Reddy, Maria Varghese, yes. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording. Okay. Once again, I thank you all for your active participation, and don't miss next week's talk is very, very interesting. Psychology of lying. Okay? Psychology of lying. You learn how to lie. Okay? And why people lie. Okay, Shamili ji, watch this video again and share it with your son.